The tension between two of Britain's heavyweight boxing giants, Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, has reached explosive levels.
I looked at him as the guy that's leading the way for British fighters, British heavyweights, British boxing. So he's been the king for a long time, and now is my time. I need to dethrone the king.
Capturing the attention of fans worldwide. The animosity between the fighters boiled over during a recent pre-fight interview meant to promote...
My life. No, it's okay. I want this little boy. Like, don't disrespect him, bro. Good. No. Know who the f this guy? Honestly, speaking from the bottom of my heart, aside from belts and aside from it being him, I'm just ready to
promote their IBF Heavyweight World Title clash on September 21st. What started as a routine face-off quickly spiraled into chaos, nearly erupting into a full-blown altercation. The pre-fight build-up was already rife with hostility, but this latest incident took things to a new level. As Joshua and Dubois faced off, the atmosphere was electric with tension. Words were exchanged, escalating into a heated argument that ended with Joshua losing his composure and slapping Dubois. Their teams...
You have said that as well, both of you said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
...had to intervene to prevent the situation from deteriorating further. Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter and a key figure throughout this rivalry, provided insight into the incident. "People have been telling him to be more vocal," Hearn said in an interview, describing how the confrontation escalated. According to Hearn, the turning point came when someone mentioned the fight date. At the end of the face-to-face...
No, that was enough tonight. That was a smack in the faces, and we're just, there's a lot more.
Somebody said, September 21st, and not before. That's when things got heated, he explained. This wasn't the first time tensions had boiled over. Recently, during another face-off, Joshua threatened to smash a chair across Dubois' face.
To become a three-time world heavyweight champion against another big punching Brit at the National Stadium is a monster event.
Prompting Dubois to respond, "If you want to go now, I'll go now as well." Joshua replied, "Do you want me to smash this chair across your face?" The exchange highlighted the raw animosity between the two fighters. Hearn recalled,
"Our man gets the job done." Yeah, I think you're going to see it whatever happens, but we have to, because otherwise I've got,
Joshua's warning to Dubois, "Don't ever disrespect me like that again." Despite the heated exchange, no punches were thrown, but the scene was chaotic. "They were all pulled apart," Hearn said, describing the moment as one of pure adrenaline and unfiltered emotion. For a brief moment, it appeared the fight might erupt right then and there. With their clash for the IBF Heavyweight World Title just weeks away, the animosity between Joshua and Dubois has undoubtedly added an extra layer of intrigue. The fiery pre-fight exchanges have set the stage for what promises to be...
Don't disrespect me, no, don't disrespect me on my...
one of the most exciting and personal battles in recent boxing history. Fans can only imagine the fireworks when these two finally meet in the ring. A deeper look at the fiery exchange between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois reveals a more intriguing narrative beyond the surface hostility. The suggestion of using a weapon, especially in a sport where fists are the tools of combat, was strikingly out of character for Joshua, a fighter known for his physical prowess and knockout power. To even hint at needing a chair...
Intimidate me.
Don't disrespect
me. You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
disrespect me. Who do you think you are?
Raised questions about his mindset. Could this moment indicate a crack in Joshua's confidence? Was he perhaps doubting his ability to handle Dubois in the ring? Dubois, sensing a vulnerability in Joshua's threats, wasted no time exploiting it. "You can't intimidate me. Who do you think you are?" he retorted, sharp and resolute. By refusing to back down, Dubois not only stood his ground, but also exposed the fragility in Joshua's attempts at intimidation.
Let my fist do the talking, I'm 100% ready to go. I'm going to go to camp, focus, and train like a...
His calm defiance suggested a psychological edge, casting Joshua's aggression as a possible mask for insecurity. As the interview wore on, the tension only intensified. Joshua's repeated commands for Dubois to relax and shut up seemed less about de-escalating the situation and more about reasserting control, a control that appeared to be slipping away. For every push from Joshua, Dubois pushed back. creating a palpable standoff. When Joshua finally rose from his chair in a show of aggression, his hesitation was noticeable. Dubois' earlier challenge, "If you want to go now, let's go," seemed to hang in the air, making Joshua's delayed reaction appear defensive rather than dominant. Joshua's declaration, "I don't take..."
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax.
If you want to go now,
Put
let's
this
go.
chair across your face. Don't disrespect.
No, you can't intimidate.
disrespect lightly came across less as a statement of strength and more as a plea for acknowledgement. In boxing, where confidence can be as critical as skill, the exchange may have revealed a shift in Joshua's demeanor. The calm, controlled Joshua of the past, who let his fists do the talking, appeared replaced by a fighter grappling with the weight of expectation and the rise of a new generation eager to dethrone him. This clash of personalities has set the stage.
It's good. Dana, don't take disrespect lightly, you know. Don't sit on the table telling me we can go now and do all of this and that.
Stage for a fascinating battle, not just of physical strength, but of mental fortitude. Dubois' unyielding stance and Joshua's uncharacteristic behavior have added layers of intrigue to their upcoming fight, leaving fans questioning if the former champion can reclaim his aura of invincibility. Daniel Dubois' calm and measured demeanor during his heated exchange with Anthony Joshua stood in stark contrast to Joshua's increasingly desperate attempts to assert dominance. While Joshua's stature and experience in the ring are undeniable, this confrontation highlighted the importance of the psychological battle, and Dubois seemed to
I've got to keep my eyes peeled. I can't just focus on those two and not worry about anyone else. So I've always kept my eyes peeled on Daniel and the rest of the heavyweights as well.
have the upper hand. Promoter Eddie Hearn acknowledged the intensity of the moment, remarking, "When you say that to AJ, he is a bad man. It was a really good face-off." This comment encapsulated the essence of the encounter. Joshua, typically composed, was pushed to his limit. The competitive fire within him flared, revealing that the stakes for this fight are deeply personal, not just professional. After the incident, Joshua addressed the situation with surprising candor. "We had a bit of aggro, it's good," he said. "There are two aspects to it. The competitive side, the Queensberry rules of boxing, but there's also the instinct of a fighter. That's just how it is." His words reflected the duality that exists within every boxer, the disciplined adherence to the sport's rules and the primal urge to dominate when challenged. Joshua also noted the importance of his roots as a fighter. "Before I boxed, I was a good fighter. That's an instinct you have. When someone calls you out," he said, "let's go now." And I said, "Let's go then." No security, I just stepped away. I thought I would be the bigger man.
Against Anthony Joshua. And I tell you, I'm not sure who is going to look away first here. There is an intensity in the...
His decision to de-escalate rather than engage demonstrated maturity and an understanding of what truly matters, his legacy and the fight on September 21st. However, this exchange has undoubtedly left a lasting impression on both fighters. For Dubois, it reinforced his confidence, while for Joshua, it served as a stark reminder of the challenges posed by the next generation. This isn't the first time Joshua has found himself in heated confrontations. Previous press conference clashes with Gerald Miller and Dillian Whyte come to mind. Yet this encounter, marked by raw emotion and intensity, has set the stage for a fight where psychological and physical stakes are equally high. The animosity between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois feels different, genuine and far deeper than the usual pre-fight theatrics. Dubois' promoter, Frank Warren, shed light on the heated altercation between the two fighters, saying, "It just nearly went off upstairs, but you'll have to wait until the film goes out to see it." He hinted at the explosive nature of the exchange, adding, "It was quite lively. It was genuine. There is genuine animosity. There's pressure on both of them, but the pressure is on AJ. They didn't shake hands." Warren's remarks underline the gravity of the situation. This isn't just about selling tickets or hyping a fight, it's personal. The upcoming bout between Joshua and Dubois isn't merely a contest for the IBF Heavyweight Title. It's a battle for respect, pride, and dominance in the division. Both fighters have a lot on the line, but the pressure on Joshua is immense. As a former two-time heavyweight champion, he's fighting not just to reclaim a title, but to re-establish himself as the face of the division. A victory over Dubois would be a crucial step toward achieving that goal. However, Dubois is far from an easy opponent. His recent form has been outstanding, earning him the moniker Dynamite for his powerful and aggressive style. After back-to-back wins over Gerald Miller and Filip Hrgović, Dubois has cemented his place as a formidable force in the heavyweight ranks. While some might question his upgrade to world champion after Alexander Usyk vacated the IBF title, Dubois' performances suggest he's more than capable of holding his own against the division's elite. This matchup is as much about momentum as it is about skill. Dubois enters with confidence and rising status, while Joshua is looking to prove he still belongs at the pinnacle of the sport. When these two finally meet in the ring, the stakes will go far beyond the title. It's a clash of pride, power, and ambition, a battle neither man can afford to lose.